day, everyone. My name is Graphics. Today, we want to draw a regular heptagon with sides 38 millimeter long. Now, if you look at this, an heptagon is a polygon that has 7 equal sides. So, heptagon is what? A regular polygon that has 7 equal sides. So, the first thing you do is to draw an horizontal line this way. Draw an horizontal line this way. You can see that. This is the horizontal line. On that horizontal line, you pick a point. That point you are picking will be given as what? As point A. So I'll say this point here is point what? Point A. Now from that point A, we are told that the sides of the heptagon is what? 38. So I'll take my rule and I'm going to measure 38. So from here, this is 30 and this is 38 here. You can see that. So that point is 38, I'll call it point what? Point B. Now, if I've done that, the next step I'm going to do is to bisect A and B, right? So I'll pick up my compass and I'm going to place it on A, right? And B, which we know it is 38. You can see that. A and B, which we know is what? 38. And I'll strike an arc up this way. And also, I'll strike an arc also down this way. So if you're wondering what am I doing, this is what I'm doing. I strike an arc down this way. That is the arc I struck. And with the same radius, I'm going to place it at point A. That again, I'll also strike an arc up where it intersects. I'll strike another one down here also. You can see that. So I will now draw my line to pass through the two intersected points. To pass through what? The two intersected points. And this is what I am having. You can see that. So where it meets is at this point here. Now, I'll move forward. Let's see what we have here. So I'll move forward. I will now take my 45 degrees set square. This is what we call the 45 degrees set square. I will now rest it on my T-square this way, right? And I'll move it until I approach point B. You can see that. Then I'll now draw an inclined line this way that will be striking the vertical line. You can see that. So where the line is striking the vertical line, I'm going to call it point 4. Like the word 45, I'll take the initial, I'll take point what? Point 4. Is that okay? Now, the same thing, I can do that for both sides. I can move it until it gets to A also. And I'll draw my point to touch those 2 points this way. You can see that. So I mean that is my point 4. It depends, you might do both of them and you might not do both of them. Depend on you. I will now take my 60-degree and 30-degree set square. I'll place it when it's standing this way. The longest side you see here is 60 degree, right? And I'm going to move it the 60 degree until, let's put it this way, I'll move it 60 degree until I get to this point A here, and I'm going to draw my inclined line this way, right? Where that line touches the vertical line, it will now be 0.6. From the word 60, from the figure 60, you take the first letter 6. So this is 4 and this is what? 6. If I choose to, I might use it the other part to get this other part here, right? So they both are touching. You see that? So this is 0.4, this is 0.6. Now since I've gotten 0.4 and 0.6, what I need is what? 0.5, because 5 is in between 4 and 6. How will I get that? I am going to bisect 4, right, and 6. You can see that? So placing it like this, I'm going to strike an arc towards the left. I'll strike another arc towards the right to the same measurement, right, which is 4 to 6. I'll place it at 6. I'll strike towards the left again to intersect the first arc, and I'll strike towards the left to intersect the what? The second arc. So where they meet, I'm going to connect both of them together. So in connecting both of them together, I'll be having this at this point here. So that point they meet will be my 0.5. So we've gotten 4, 5, 6, and we're told to draw heptagon, right? So I need 0.7. So since there's an equidistance between 4 and 5, that means the distance between 4 and 5 is same as saying 5 and 6. You can see 4 and 5 is the same as saying 5 and 6. Then from that same measurement, I'll place it on 6, I'll get 7. So since I need 7, I'll just stop at 7. Right? You can click on this link at the top right corner here to discover a method that can give you all polygon, starting from a triangle, a square, a pentagon, heptagon, all the polygons. Just click on this link at the top right corner here, right? So I'm stopping at 7 here. And this is what? 0.7. Because I'm looking for an heptagon, which is what? 7 sides. Now, I will now place my compass at 0.7 this way. From 0.7, I will now go to radius A. Is that taken? From 7 to A, right? That is 7A. 7 what? 7A. I will now draw a circle this way. That is the circle I am going to draw, right? So what I'm looking for 7 sides. The first initial is the first side this way, so I'm going to tick in it. That is AB is my first side of the 7-sided polygon. You can see that. Now, with the same measurement, because we said this is a regular heptagon, that means if AB is 38, every other 7 sides, the remaining 6 sides will be what? 38. So I will take A and B this way. You can see that. Take A and B this way, and I will mark towards the left. Is 1 point with the same measurement without changing it. Look at it there, I didn't change it. Then I'm going to join A and B. As in join this point A. Now join here this way. So this is what we have here. You can see that. I'll come again to get the next point. Let's say this is AB. Then I'll come here Or I'll come at this point again. I'll mark on this line with the same measurement of AB. I'm going to add my side 2. This is 1, this is 2, then this one I'm drawing here is what is 3. So I'm going to connect these two. You can see that. That is the other side. Then I'll come here. I'll place it at this point. And I'm going to strike an arc here with the same measurement. So where it meets that vertical line here, I'm going to connect it. That will be another point again. You can see that. That will be another distance. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll come again. I'll mark here. This distance still 38. That will be 5. With the same measurement of AB, I'll place it here. I'll mark from here to here. This will be what? 6. Then the other part, the remaining point will be what? 0.7. So that's what we have, 0.7. So this is how you are to construct an heptagon that have 7 sides, right? So the method we use in getting this is a general method in constructing a polygon, right? So if you measure, since we say it's a regular polygon, which is heptagon, mean all the sides must be what? Must be equal. AB is equals to what? AC is equals to what? CD is equals to what? TE is equals to what? EF is equals to what? FG, and still equal to what? GA. So all the sides are what? Are equal. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button.